Have I mentioned yet that I'm never doing this again in my life? I will never do this again. I'm not building a house. I'm not doing anything. I'm gonna build this. I'm gonna finish it. And this is my new retirement home. Okay, luckily we're safe in here, but supplies, that's questionable. Oh man. We just had a good spell of no rain, so everything dried. Now it's all damp. Everything's getting so damp. Puppies are happy. She was a little scared of the thunder. That was a few big ones there. But we snuggled on the bed. Everything got pretty wet. It's gonna be another laundry day here soon. Oh yeah. We'll say goodbye to that clean blanket. All right, I'm gonna attempt to clean these up. So I got unplugged. Got an extension cord. Run into another place so that we can run the AC unit, another outlet. And I'm gonna mess around with some wires. Looks like these are the ones that go to the battery. And then around here is when it starts to get really freaking crazy. Okay, just absolute craziness. Then it calms down, then it gets crazy again. And then it calms down. So let's deal with the crazies, get some tape, a pen, start marking whatever thing is. Hello, beautiful. My gymnast. It's been raining and pouring. My tarp flew up onto the roof, so that's great. I'm glad that we got that protection from the rain. Look at that. Much better. Now I have to work on this. I just laid this blanket down. This is why. 2 seconds. Sandy Sanderson. My first breakdown during this renovation. I don't know why. I had a great morning. I do know why. This is getting hard. It smells. Out of nowhere, I just like started crying. I don't know. I went to sit down. There's just sand everywhere. It's like I can't. I clean and then there's sand immediately because that's where we're living. We're living in a sandbox and I have 3 dogs, and so everything's okay. I'm okay. Just fed him breakfast and I was just wanting to sit. I don't know, seeing the sand all over the bed just like triggered me to start crying. It's like I want to edit a video and I'm just so uncomfortable. I'm like, okay, let's start cleaning sand again for the 18th millionth time. I need this to be done. I need to wrap this up. I'm getting really like, everything's soaking wet. Ants are everywhere. I don't want to talk about it. It's making me more upset. I have to say I'm pretty impressed with myself. I didn't take many wires out, just right there. Cable for the antenna, and then the wires to read the water pump. I have no words, I never do anymore. The tanks to let you know if they're full or not. Nobody uses them. I talked to a few other people and they're like, we don't even use them because they always, if you put anything down the toilet, down the drain, so like toilet paper, it gets stuck to the little sensor on the inside, and so the sensors don't even work to tell you if it's full or not. So you have to be really, and even with the gray water tank, like any kind of food, anything to get in front of that sensor messes it up. So it's not very reliable. It's better to just learn your tanks and you know, how many showers and how often. Anyways, this is officially the first hard morning that I feel like I've had. It's getting rough not having a shower. In the beginning, it's always like easy and like, oh, this is fun. And then it gets to a point where my work starts to get affected and I forgot about this aspect of it. This is why I feel like my consistency with making videos and doing live streams and giving you guys entertainment, because that's what I like to do. I like to entertain, so I turned it into a job, right? And I like to be able to give you guys my dream has always been on YouTube to just, you know, I'm just an open book. So I'm like, and I love talking and I love hanging out with the internet more than I like hanging out with people in like real life. I've been that way for a very long time, so this is the perfect kind of job for me. And I forgot that like living in the Bronco and living in the truck, it created such a really difficult environment to live in, and so majority of my days were just consumed with trying to live, right? So when you've got that many dogs in your space, and I'm not the type of person that's going to be okay in living in filth, and so I wake up and I have to shake everything out or vacuum it, you know, it's just this constant. And then when you don't have a flushing toilet and you're dealing with like the bagging system, and then making sure to go to the dump, because like getting rid of that stuff, you can't like be throwing your bathroom, your shit and piss in a trash can, you know, it stinks up immediately anyways. So then I'm going to the dump and getting rid of, you know, trash and cleaning up my work area, making sure that I'm respectful of this property I'm staying on, and keeping things clean and not letting it get overwhelmed, and going shopping and getting more stuff. I mean, right now, you know, I don't have a refrigerator, so we're doing lots of like, the dogs are doing like canned food. I'm honestly not eating healthy at all. I'm just eating whatever I can to get by, which, yeah, again, in the beginning it was fine, but now I see that it's like starting to affect me mentally. But it's just these all day long, just trying to stay clean and organized and happy in such a tiny little space. And the ants are so intense here. Luckily I don't have mosquito bites. I would take any type of bugs over no-see-ums and mosquitoes like any day. Oh, my face. I just feel like my face, my self-esteem is pretty low right now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just like, oh man. I just showered. I took a swim in the ocean to feel better, and then showered at the beach. I haven't seen my makeup bag since I ripped out my bathroom. So, my hair, I don't even know what's going on with my hair anymore. Anyways, just thought I'd say what's up, and I thought I'd document this moment. I'm having a hard time looking at you in the face, because then I look at myself and I'm like, oh, you're never gonna post this. Just get over it. It's not that bad, Morgan. So, when it comes to the project, of course, like, it was such a good dry spell there, no rain and everything is just drying out. It's beautiful, but I didn't work fast enough, because now it's just been nonstop rain, and everything that I've done is just getting wet again, and it's okay. I got a big tarp, and it's just really, it's like, then you lay the tarp down and one gust of wind. I mean, and I put these big, thank God nobody got hurt. I put these big rocks up there to hold the tarp down, and the wind blows in out of nowhere, just like so strong, and then the rain, bam, and then just gone, and it's normal again, you know, sunny or just like partly cloudy, whatever. But what the heck was that? Thunderstorm. It's like a little miniature hurricane that lasts 30 seconds. Anyways, the rocks went flying off of the roof. These were big. I didn't know until I went outside and saw the rocks on the ground. I'm like, oh, thank God my dogs didn't get hit by one of those, so we can't do that. So I ran to the store and got some more clamps, and I clamped the tarp down. So far it seems to be doing a little better, but it's still blowing up. I can see on, where's my hand, on that skylight there, that it looks like it blew up the side, and I see where it's still leaking in the front, that whole area that I didn't repair. I just ripped out all the mold and then did kind of like a temporary type of floor, and until I learned more of like what this actually needed. And so yeah, the back has definitely taught me what to do now in the front. Anyway, so it's not destroying anything. It's just but it's a lot of water that came in and got the last of my clothes soaking wet yesterday. I have no clothes. The laundromat's over an hour away, and it doesn't get dark here until I think like 8:30. I feel like 9 o'clock, and it still stays pretty warm, but at least when the sun is down, you can be windows down in the car, and the dogs are comfortable. And so it's like a good time to do laundry then. However, the laundromat closes at 10, and so the doors automatically lock. There's nobody there. So you can't like do a full load of laundry because then you get locked out. And I have put something in front of the door, but it's one of those situations where if it accidentally gets knocked out and that door locks, you're screwed. I'll be locked inside the laundromat. So I haven't done laundry, and I've gone through everything. So I had to buy this t-shirt from Walmart and some shorts. I need to go do laundry. I bought a new comforter. I mean, oh my God. The ants like went away after I ripped out all this flooring and that side thing. The ants were gone. And I was so grateful. Ants suck. One crumb of anything. Just a plethora of them. And so they were finally gone. I was like, yes, life got a little better. And then for whatever reason, ever since I started laying stuff down again, it's like more areas for them to crawl. That's what I've learned. Like, I leaned this board, I mean this little, whatever it's called, this thing here. It's 2x. They don't say 2x2, just 2x. I leaned that on the ground. Went out that way, right? And I leaned it onto the ground. And I looked over 20 minutes later, and there was a whole army of ants crawling up it and into my RV from that little platform. So the ants are just having a heyday. I'm just like I'm like their playground. They're all just roaming around in the sand, and I show up, and I put down a new piece of plywood to lean up the side of my trailer. All my plywood's leaning up here on the side, covered in plastic because it got annihilated by rain. And the plastic doesn't work, like I said, it just blows away. But I put up this plywood, and the ants, they're suffering, man. They're just in this hot sand. And then I put that up there, and it's like a ramp to heaven. Like, oh my gosh. And they all just march up the ramp, and then they find a way inside because it's completely gutted. So then they come inside, and then they just start smelling. They're like, oh, there's stuff over there. And then they smell my dehydrator. I always got the dehydrator going because heaven forbid these puppies suffer it all. For the loves of my life. So got the dehydrator going still for them. And the ants, well, at least they stay away from that because it's hot. But now they're curious, and now they smell good stuff, and so they keep marching. And they go into that little small area, and they'll find one crumb. And I got 15 million ants for one crumb that Buddy left behind. And then I get the shot back out. That has been a saving grace right there. That right there. You turn into a blower. You can blow outside. I blow all the ants off of my mat that's down by the door to help with this, gather the sand before the dogs go up the ramp and onto the bed. We're in a sandbox. Florida's just one big sandbox. Oh, look, he's getting brave. He wants to come over to me. Don't do it. I love you, but go sit down, okay? Mom is talking. I need a moment. I cried. He licked my tears on my eyes about 20 minutes ago. That was cute, buddy. It was cute. I love you. Stay there. Stay there. Stay. You are not going to be able to go across that. You're a fat Tony. Okay, I'm not dealing with some broken bones, bud. Don't do it. Make the right choice. I need a manicure. Anyways, what's the process now? What are you doing? Well, I have to get these wires situated, so I did that. That was a mess, man, but they're looking pretty good now. I got a brake light, another brake light. Got to figure out where these wires are going. Because I'm like, do they go in the walls? Do they go in the floors? I don't know. A lot of me is like, don't lock that shit away. You need access to it because heaven knows what I cut into accidentally. What broke. I don't know. Might need. I mean, I inspected. Yeah, see, look right there. What did I do? That's a saw. I went through it. Can you see that? I don't know if it's focused or not. I feel like I'm gonna have to. Yeah, that just told you your answer there. Don't cover up the wires, Morgan. Cause a fire. Buddy, no. I'm gonna be firm. This, you know, I'm the sweetest mom to them, and then when I turn the camera on, I have to use my firm voice, and I feel like that's the only version of me you guys see me with my dogs. It's the only time I have to use my firm voice because he's relentless. Oh, more ants. Those little friends. Some packages just came and I wasn't expecting anything till Monday. So let's open these and see what came. Could this help us today? Butyl tape. Butyl tape. No way. I wasn't supposed to get any of this till Monday. Oh, thank you. Yes. Let's go seal this baby up. Get some walls. Welcome to my retirement home. I'm never doing this again. This is stupid. This is stupid. I miss California. Why are you guys shaking so much? The fan. The fan. Anyways, this is when I miss California, you know? Just go to the local Home Depot. You got 15 Mexicans out there willing and waiting to help, and you just offering anything. You're like, I usually said $150. Give me the day. I hired 2 Mexicans, $150 each. Get my mattress down 4 flights of stairs. I miss it. I'm never doing this again. I actually cut that right. Miracle. Look at that. I cut it right. Even the slot for the things, the 2 slots. I got the 2 slots right. I don't know what I'm doing. Wait for this to dry out a little bit before I put butyl tape on it. The butyl tape came today, as y'all saw, so I can start sealing up the outside. Trying to get this wall in so that I can build 1 more layer of floor in front of it, like this. And then 1 more layer of floor is going to go right up to the wall. Boom. Get some insulation, 1 more layer. Boom, boom. I'm going to do this plus some foam insulation. It's going to be perfect. Sup, Miles? Like this. You just stay there. Don't be knocking my camera, but you stay there. That looks nice. That's Morgan, you did it. Oh, I'm getting exhausted. I bashed my hands so bad. There's this little bend right here, so I went bam, bam, and the second time I pulled a block of wood, and the second time my middle finger went underneath it, and it just, I haven't been that injured in a while. It was throbbing for a good 3 minutes, and that throbbing was intense, but it finally went away. I distracted myself by going outside and one-handed clipping the tarp back in place so that when this thunder turns to rain, I don't get annihilated again. So this is the inner wall, and then there's the outer wall. So okay, this is looking actually nice. Holy cow. It's a wall with a window slot. 2 slots, and they fit. You should see how jacked up it was with me cutting that. I was using a metal blade with this big long handsaw, and the blade was bent, so I made sure to make the board was like right here instead of up here. But it was just bouncing, and yeah. I don't have any of the right tools to be doing woodwork, but we're making it fly. Got some self-tapping metal screws and drill this board into that frame. I know, it's like, why are you doing the inner wall before you do the outer wall? Because then the inner wall could just get wet. Don't even get me started. Everything's just getting wet sitting outside, so. What do I hear? A mosquito. Heard a mosquito on me. No matter what kind of day I'm having. Just take a walk with the dogs, man. I never miss it. Morning and night. All these years. It's kind of like I can't live without it now. It's how I make sure that the puppies Paws are okay. If I can handle it, then so can they. That's where everybody parks when they take their airboat out. I park way down there so we have a good walk. So far so good being barefoot. Eat nice. Buddy's booking it to the water. Getting in there. Our friends are out. Where you stand? One just touched me. Stop walking behind me, you walk in front of me. Clear those crabbies for me. Oh, going out to the water. He's staying right next to me, huh? He wants me to clear the way. Let's go back. Alright, come on, puppers. Come on, boo boo, we got a little bit of walking to go. Oh. No, don't roll in that. Don't roll in that. Boujii, no. Gotta give him a little relief. It's the black coat, you know? He gets hot. Ooh, something's biting me. It gets toasty. Ew. Okay. I know, this was probably not the best idea. Time to go fill up my cup with ice, wipe some of this sweat off me, go get my toilet hooked up. Let's do it. I gotta clean this toilet up, but let's see what we can do. It's big. Way over here. Uh-oh. Gotta go pretty close to the wall. Running along here to store the septic line in, which I can still technically do. Anyways, I'm going to use some of it. I'm going to drop, where's the thing? Fit. Let's get this out of here. Hole in the septic that will drop down even more. Oh, you got this. Oh, it's gonna happen. I might not even need this. That's the bottom of the septic for it to go in. I think I'm gonna drop this all the way down and seal the sides. It'll work. If this goes into the septic that much, it's sitting on top of it right now. So drill a hole, drop that down. Then what does this tank hook up to? This, come on, go inside. Oh, it goes inside of it. Oh, to drop it that much into the septic. Oh, and then glue this in there. Boom. And the toilet sits on this. What I'm confused about with the toilet is that the ring looks like this. What is that? I guess that sits on there. The moment you pop this tab off, there's like, it shows a hammer knocking this and then pulling it off. Oh my gosh, you're doing it. Yes. Look, I bought this. But it just shows this part sitting on the other end of the toilet right here. And then this little thing has the rings and it can drop down and create a better seal. But I think it's for stationary places because there's no way this sticky stuff at the top is going to stay there. Maybe. If my toilet's really locked down, I don't see why not, but I'm a little afraid of that. Well, because the way I installed the new septic, yes, there's that much of a gap. So that like the last time, I think water was getting on top of that septic tank where there was a swoop from like rain, tires kicking it up, hitting the floor, dripping into the septic, and just right along that tarp that was sitting on top of it. The water probably just got stuck up there. So now instead I left this much space so that the septic can breathe and has nothing to do with my floors. So if this seal on the septic goes loose, it'll just, I'll be able to see it from peeking my head underneath there and it will just flow over the septic, take it onto the ground. If there's ever any type of, if we go over a big bump, it gets unsealed, it keeps being bumpy and the water starts splashing everywhere, it'll go on top of the septic and then I'll smell it, I can reseal it, it has nothing to do with the floors. This is leak proof. This is leak proof. Baby! Alright, so check it out. This, if you hit it hard enough, pops out. And now I have a hole. Let's see how that looks at the bottom of the toilet. I mean, it fits, and that makes sense why it's like a waxy kind of ring. It's not tight. Well, do that with it. See, there's about, so all my fingers, that's how much space before the floor. Right there. Okay. That's what I gotta cut. Good luck, Momo. I hate that now. I don't like Momo anymore. Morgan. I did pretty good. That thing kind of screwed me up on the bottom left, but it's okay. I think we're gonna be good. Let's try. Need 2 hands. Look at that. And there's about here to here that it goes down into the septic. So then I'll seal off the top. This goes inside of there. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. Everything's going that way. The flow of water. So I figured it out. I took this old seal off. And now this handy dandy thing, I can't get it out. I put it in there and it has all those like ribs on it so that it won't leak. It's like super cool. It looks like this. Like that. So yeah, it goes over the whole shaboodle. So I cut a hole in the sticky because I still got to clean the area. And then that goes over the whole thing. This thing's not gonna leak. There it is. So I've got to put some seal around that area, which I'll be able to do quite easily from the back. I think. Yeah, I should be able to get in there. Because I did that bathroom remodel, I actually understand all the little gadgets, the flanges and all that, and how this whole thing works. So it's a great thing, and the plumbing and all that. So I'm so grateful, even though that was just a big waste. It wasn't a waste of time, because then I'd be learning all these lessons the hard way by like not knowing what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing now. This is great. Is this so great? It's great. Mr. Miles Davis, you are Sandy Sanderson. A Sandy Sanderson. A Sanderson. Do you have water? Oh, yes, you do. Okay. You drinking enough water today, sir? And DooterSon. Oh, he loves his forehead kisses. You're just the cutest boo-boo bear in all of the landos. Oh, the baby. The pumpkin, the nut, pumpkin nut, lover of my life. Got the little goopies in your eyes there. I'll get them for you. You got the goops. Oh, eye booger. Oh, you're cute, eh? Little AC unit. Okay, I love you. I fucked up. This is supposed to go in this way, not that way. I need this to drop down into this. Oh man, it's really hard to get this out. It's got these ridges on it. See, it's stuck in there. Oh no, it's stuck. Oh, I got it out. So it'll go in that way. Okay. That's all I've got. I found this in the Bronco. No idea when I bought this, but nothing wrong with a green toilet. Gloss. Gloss green. Why not? Nobody's gonna see it. Green's a nice color. It looks good with the plant next to it. Looks kind of, actually, looks a little marbly. Maybe we should play with that a little bit.
Following a shadow down to the graveyard. Gonna say a prayer, gonna pay my dues. I've been running wild.
Look at that.
Ever since I left the gym.
I don't know why I didn't do this before. I have a whole roll of it. Anyways, I did good today. Today was a good day. Toilet, floors, wall. Oh, I was just thinking like I need to have some type of support beam coming through the middle of this wall, right? So I could like hang stuff. How am I gonna hang the new piece of wood? Oh, and that makes sense why they had the metal. Okay, so they had like these metal strips. They were real thin, but you could see where they were. Yep, and then they had screws going through those little metal pieces. Okay, it was really thin. You just stick it on there. I mean, it was gnarly. I had to use my cutoff wheel to get it off, but that's what all these lines are. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, I see what they did there.
I can see the sunlight rising in the mountains, orange and red in the morning sky. I know that the world is every day changing. Lord, give me wings so I could fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away, fly. Any heart can shatter like a pane of glass.
Okay, I slid my new wall, obviously, underneath this one. And then seal this off, attach it, right? And then my layer of metal siding will start here. And it will go down. Above the siding will just be a beautiful white. Same with this side. Metal siding and then white. Also, what I'm gonna do here is a platform and put a smoker, a little barbecue on the back. And you can sit right here and then it will cover my new septic as well. I think it'll be even better from water going towards the back of my, or underneath, you know, trying to just have it where all the water will flow off instead of under and down that way, you know? So I'm sitting here staring at the progress. I needed this today. I was like, today was my first day to be so sad and feeling so rough. It was just, I felt overwhelmed. I can't even really pinpoint what I felt. I felt a lot of things today. And I just needed this. I was sitting here staring at everything in my bathing suit. I was sitting here staring at everything and I'm like, I feel like somebody else had a hand in this. How did this toilet come together so beautifully? And the walls are coming together and I have an outside wall and an inside wall and like everything. I'm doing this and I'm doing this right. Putty around everything, all the aluminum. I'm like, I'm doing this. This is happening. You're doing it, girl. You got floors, you got insulation, you got a waterproof board. We're gonna be good. And I'm like, man, so grateful that today I had some success, because too many days like that where like if things just keep going wrong, it just can get really bad. So I'm glad it didn't get really bad, but it never really does. I always manage to keep trucking, but sometimes I cleaned everything up, made everybody's bed. Miles got an extension. Yeah, he still just lays everywhere. Clean this up a little bit. It's just a little, not really. All right. Watered my plants. Oh my gosh. I wanted to show you guys. Look, my money tree. Oh, how interesting. That's the silver play button from the my YouTube award. It fell on the ground and I forgot I threw it in here. I'll leave you right there. How cool is that? I've had so many of these trees and I have never had a new, like, is that going to be a big guy? Is that going to be like one of these? I don't know what you call that. Call that money, honey. It's the money tree. If you don't have a money tree, you need to get one. I've had one pretty much in every house. Yeah, in every house I've ever lived except for the Bronco in the truck. So, you gotta get yourself a money tree. I've been self-employed for a lot of years now. When did I officially become self-employed? It was October. Yeah, right after the fiscal year for the Navy when I worked for my dad. My biological father. It was until October 3rd when I was fighting him for money. I was like, it's at the end of the fiscal year, they have to spend a bunch of money, otherwise it's not in their budget next year. Ooh, it looks a little moldy. I need to clean that out. And so they spend a bunch of money. So that's like your sales money-making season when you work with the military. But yeah, I didn't get like any commissions. My dad was a shyster. He shysted everybody. So started my own business that year. That was 2010. Dude, so 14 years I've been self-employed. I thought it was 16. Wow. I'm younger than I thought. Good night, everybody.
I don't know who I'd be. Would everything we built just turn to broken leaves? I don't think about it. Do you think of me? Walking out that door, never hearing me talk to myself in the morning anymore. Would it all just turn and turn and turn and turn and turn and turn? You don't think about it.